Hey there, Vicious Slick here, and this is my intro video. Not really sure what to say, so I'm just gonna say what I think you all might want to know. I am 23 years old, live in Phoenix, where it's starting to get warm, which sucks because it's not even summer yet. I was originally born in Heilbronn, Germany. I'm an only child. My actual name when I'm not on stage performing is Michelle. High school and college, my nickname was Red, so call me Michelle Red or Vicious, I will answer to either one. I started doing drag last year in October, a Tuesday before Halloween. And no, it wasn't because it was Halloween. It just so happened that the time I started to actually go to drag shows was in a Halloween area, so the reason I started doing drag, well, first off, the first time I ever saw a drag show was here in Phoenix, and it was to see my good friend Victoria Bacon, and went, saw it, had a good time, and for some reason at the time, I do not know why, I thought, oh, she's gonna be back next week, I'll come back next week and see her. Well, it happens to be next week and she's not there. I'm like, oh well, I spent 30 minutes driving here, it's all the way out in Scottsdale, I might as well stay. And so my second drag show, I got to see Kings. I was like, oh my god, this is what a king is. Because in high school, I had watched, I think it was like the Birdcage or something with Robin Williams, and I was like, okay, drag queens. I'm like, okay. Well, is there something else besides drag queens? So I went and researched drag kings. I was like, oh my god, that's kind of cool. So the second drag show I ever saw, I actually got to see kings. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what kings are. I'm like, okay, now the information I've been researching, I finally get to see. And so after that show, I messaged the person in charge of the show and was like, I want to be in your show next Tuesday. I'm a king. Thought of my name, picked out songs, and went. And, you always see queens and some kings posting pictures of when they first started. Yeah. I still look like a girl. I didn't have makeup on, facial hair. I tried binding myself with these bandages, because I keep them around for my knees when they start to hurt during the winter. And so, I saw them with duct tape, and I was like, I read about that. I was like, okay. And they're sitting there with my scared, trying to, give me facial hair, and I was like, okay. And so, I started learning how to do contouring, how to bind, how to do facial hair, and I'm slowly getting the hang of costuming. I finally started working on something, and I'm actually like, oh my god, this actually looks good. It's maybe it doesn't. But I think it looks good. So yeah, I'm almost at the 1.5 year mark. It's kind of insane. When I go for a competition in September, it's like, okay, a month after that, it's like, I've been doing this for 2 years. And time flies by so quickly. And, people always ask, what's your style of drag? What's your style of drag? And I tend to choose songs that I like, that I sing at the top of my lungs here at the house, apartment, in my car. If I hear it at the club, I'm gonna dance and sing to it. Those are the songs I like to perform. But if I had to pinpoint a kind of style, I would have to say it's almost kind of like Adam Lambert kind of thing. And his is rock glam. It's like, I have tried since I've started drag to try and be masculine and try to be all tough and badass and whatnot. And no, I have my moments where you're like, okay, that's a dude, that's a dude. And then there are times where you're like, that's such a chick. Like the way you move, the way you do this, isn't that a girl? And so I've decided my solo drag is, I'm a feminine king. I was like, I visually looked at it as like, if I was born male instead of female, I think I would be kind of girly. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do that as a drag king. I'm gonna be a girly fucking king. And it's a lot more fun somehow. Like, I still get to wear like eyeshadows, you know, sometimes I get to be, you know, flowy and get to really bring out my personality on stage. Titles, I only have one, and that's Mr. Cashin Country 2013. But my first ever competition, which people kind of looked at me weird because it was actually Master Male Illusionist. I signed up when I was only doing drag for 6 months, and at the time of the competition I was only doing drag for 11 months. So I didn't have all the information down, I didn't have all the stuff that I needed to do in order to actually really compete for the competition. But I felt like if I'm going to take my drag career where I want it to go, then I'm going to have to go really, really big in order to start. And I think since that competition, I have grown so much in drag. My makeup's gotten better. Like I said, I've finally gotten down costuming a little bit. I've just improved in certain areas in drag. And so in September, I'm going to go back a second year to compete. And I'm going to show them, hey, this is, you know, who I am as a drag king now. This is what I do. And hopefully win. I know another subscriber on the channel who's competing. Bring it, AJ. But I can't wait to compete for that. Last year was such a blast, and I'm like, okay, there are going to probably be more kings this year. I get to meet new people. I get to meet people I've had on Facebook for a while that I finally get to see in person and everything, so I'm excited. Other like pageants and competitions, I'm going to compete for Mr. Arizona USFAMI, Mr. King of the Desert USFAMI, Mr. USFAMI, Mr. AGRA, which is the Arizona Gay Rodeo Association, and anything else that really comes up. I know we've slowly been getting competitions and pageants and everything started for kings. I kind of want to do the EOY competition for kings, which is Entertainer of the Year. Kind of want to do that. I've just seen like snippets of what the kings do, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not there yet whatsoever. You know, I actually know Mr. EOY. I don't remember what year it is that he got his title, but it's Spacey Cadet, and him and the other tainers that have competed and those who have won, it's just amazing what they do on stage. And I know I'm not at that level yet, by no means. And not only that, I know a lot of them bring people with them when they compete. I'm just like, I don't have that yet. But I guess that's it so far. I don't know. Can't really think of anything. But if you have any questions about me, about drag, or anything of that sort that I did not address in this intro video, leave it in wherever they want to put the comment section now. I know it's like down below, but you never know, YouTube might get bored of that and put it on the side somewhere. So yeah, today's Thursday, so have a terrific Thursday, and then have a fabulous Friday, and yeah, bye.